Hey, it's Dr. Danyo from North Atlanta Hair Restoration. I have Dan, who we worked on yesterday. Thanks for coming on board.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, you know, all of these testimonials help other patients, and everyone has a unique story. Obviously, Dan's got a unique story. So why don't you kind of give us a history of kind of what you've been through and kind of your experience here?
Yeah, so I've been through it all. I saw Dr. Danyo back in 2019 for the first time. Did a little bit of work on the hairline, and then I've done 3 hair transplants that were all done in Turkey. And here we are, 2025, and I decided I'm coming back to Dr. Danyo because there was no way I was going to go to Turkey and just, have this straight hairline. I wanted somebody that I know I can trust, that's going to make it look natural, and is going to give me a great result. The first things people see is your hairline. So
Yeah.
I didn't want something that just looks, just doesn't look right. And, if I got to spend the extra money to get the result that I'm looking for, it's 100% worth it.
Yeah, and we stayed in touch, and you were like, you know what, I want to get a big procedure, just get, all this coverage. So bend down so you can see, there was no hair before. So, what you had in Turkey, they did a good job moving a lot of hair.
Right.
The donor site is a little compromised, so we had to be pretty sensitive to that when we did our procedure. But what we did is actually 1,750 grafts.
Right.
And you're thinking, where do we get all these grafts?
Right.
So go ahead.
Yeah, so we had to use a lot of the beard, but I was a little anxious coming in, but I'll tell you, it was a breeze. It was
You snoozed all day.
I slept the whole day. It was the smoothest hair transplant I've ever had of any of the 5 transplants that I've had, and this whole experience was just phenomenal.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. So lift up. So we actually took 1,300 from his beard, and it is unbelievable how fast this heals. There's just a little bit of redness, but almost looks more like razor burn. Didn't take like a massive amount. Like we didn't take all the hair, maybe a little bit in the lower neck, but we were able to kind of take random hairs. And really, when you feel back here, there's a lot of hair left.
Yeah.
And then what we did is, if you bend down here, on the frontal hairline, we did 13 from here, and then we did 450 from his head. So we converted most of those to single follicles. So the 2s, 3s, and 4s, we, under magnification, kind of split them. We were really able to kind of pack in these hairlines, create peaks and valleys, and a nice soft hairline. So, and then we combined the beard hair kind of right behind that, so to give nice volume right in the forelock area. So yeah. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for the result.
How was your morning and night last night?
I left here. I went back to the hotel. I walked over to Five Guys. I got a burger. And then from then, I don't remember anything. I literally hit the pillow, and then now here I am the next morning getting
Level of pain right now?
Like a 0 or a 1.
Really? And this is not
I don't
pain.
feel anything.
Awesome. And you have a flight back.
Yep.
You can wear a hat out the door. One of the things we had talked about, and he had a lot of questions this morning for me, just all the restrictions that he had post-op with your prior procedures. It was like, had to sleep
Right.
up for like a week in a recliner. You couldn't work out for how long?
Well, within Turkey, they told me 2 weeks, and so I followed all the guidelines. But
it's a bummer.
It's a bummer. It just you're completely, you got to change your whole life around, and so it's a breath of fresh air to know that I kind of jump right in a few days.
We recommend, because we do pen implanters and we limited how much medicine we injected, you can actually just sleep normally. I really don't have people sleeping grafts out or knocking grafts out. They're very secure. We worked on him on Tuesday, so I said, you know what, start doing some light weights on Saturday. And then next Tuesday, you're free. Free doggy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great news.
Yeah, so we just don't want any kind of sweating the first day, or what we call closed exercises, where you're doing push-ups or squats where your hands are kind of closed to the ground. Open exercises, dumbbells, no problem at day 4. So yeah.
Okay.
And you didn't leave with any massive bandages. You don't have any swelling in the face.
No,
so.
yeah, that's the amazing part too, because like when I done the other ones in Turkey, you're walking out of there with this huge giant bandage that you have to sleep with that on your head, and then you have to go back the next day for them to rip it off. And I mean, this was just
it was a breeze.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, I really
I
appreciate
it,
you.
Dr. Danyo. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all of these testimonials really help, and there's a lot of confusion. We're just trying to be kind of a quiet but considerate and effective force for you as you go through this decision making to figure out what can I do. Obviously, since Dan had gone through a lot of procedures, I mean, we had to be creative to get it done right. So, and he's got more options down the road, especially using more beard if he wants to. But if you're interested, you can call us at 678-845-7521. You can go to our website at nahairrestoration.com. If you want more content, please like us or subscribe, and we have more to come. So again, thank you for watching, and again, thank you, Dan.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.